Hey everyone, welcome back to Commander Clash. I'm Tomer. Hello.
What?
No, it's Richard. I'm replacing Tomer today, but I can say dingle dangle.
Richard had me. Richard had me there. I thought it was Tomer.
No one knows. No one's seen our faces except for all the live episodes we've done in the past. But
And then every single time, first comment is like, "Oh my god, Tomer looks like this. Richard looks like this."
yep.
Wow, Seth's voice
the
sounds
classic
like
Seth's,
what Tomer
Seth's
looks
voice
like.
sounds like it should
vice
go on
versa.
Richard, and Richard's voice should go on Seth. But yes, welcome to the very last episode of Season 9 of Commander Clash. Today, we're not playing a game, but we're going to answer your burning questions like how many times did Seth actually cast his commander? How many mana drains did Crim play? How many blind flip counterbalance?
Hey, that's the artwork in my background.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over the stats of the season, who's won the most first blood, stuff like that, and then we'll relive some highlights of the season. So yeah, that's the conclusion of season 9. We've been talking about doing a stats episode for literally years now, and here we are. Our lovely editor has watched all Commander Clash episodes and compiled this
Poor
list for
soul.
us.
Shout out to
Thank
Niotic.
you. I thought it's Niatuk.
Niatuk.
They
Well-
told me that I could call it whatever I want, and so I've heard Niatush from like Seth.
Nidachuk.
Nidachuk.
Never
That's not
listened
even
to Seth.
close.
Nidachuk
That's
is
good.
You
I
added
like
a whole
Nidachuk.
additional thing. You added Chuck to that. Where did that come from? I don't know.
There-
Whatever.
there's no
You're a bad
triangle. Who
influence,
knows?
Seth. I've started to mispronounce a lot of things from hanging out with you too much.
All right, let's get into it. So this season, we had 27 episodes, played 39 games,
Yikes.
with the average game going to 11.8 turns, so almost 12 turns. If you
Jeez.
made a land drop every turn, you'd have 12 lands by the end of the game.
I don't know what you're getting at, Richard.
An hour and a half of average game time. So,
That sounds about right.
I asked you guys this yesterday, like, what do you think the power level group is? And you guys seem to come out at like a 6 or 7, 8.
Yeah,
I
six,
would
7.
say
I would say
low
6.
low 7, high 6.
Is
Yeah,
low
yeah,
7
6,
really
7.
like 12 turns of dirtling in an hour and a half of gameplay?
Well,
Yeah.
it was interesting because I watched Game Nights did a similar thing where they were analyzing a bunch of people's different people. So they looked at their own stats, they looked at our stats, they looked at Mutz's stats, and I think one other content creator out there, and they also came to an average length of 11 turns. So obviously, I mean, we're contributing to that average. We're actually lengthening it a little bit by 11.8 compared to their
Yes.
like straight up 11. But I mean, that sounds kind of normal, at least for like our power level thing. And like an hour and a half for like 12 turns sounds about right.
Does
Yeah, we play faster than most people, I think,
Some-
because we're on
some of us
Moto, so
play
we
faster.
don't have to count combat math. We don't have to do any of that. We do have to look at all the triggers though.
Yeah.
So
My
But, yeah.
turns are so quick. It's just land go. If I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
land. Or it's
Your-
just
your turns
or it's
just
just go. Draw card go.
I'm
Actually,
well
skip
known for
combat,
being
go.
the fast player at the table, I must say. My brain just goes computes, and I always know what to do.
But
is,
is by chance there a like can we find a stat at some point to see who has the fastest turns? Because I legit think I have the fastest turns.
oh, we should track that next season. I mean, we can track by who has most clock at the end. divided
I would
by
have
turns,
the least
right?
clock on average for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, Tomer is most likely a timeout, I think.
Most likely this time.
All right. So if you watched every game of Commander Clash this season, 57 hours of Commander Clash. That's just game time, not including intros, outros, all that jazz. So 57 hours of Commander.
bad.
We are experts on the subject because we played 57 hours.
May I add to 57 hours of free entertainment? All we ask in return, if you really want to do us a solid for this 57 hours of entertainment, you subscribe, you like, you click the dingle dangle. That's it.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
already bought. I
Three-
forgot the dingle
three
dangle.
clicks.
And today's
That's
episode
it.
is brought to you by Card Kingdom.
Exactly.
So if you want to pick up any of the sweet cards that you've seen us play, including Commander Legends or the upcoming set Kaldheim, be sure to check out cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish, link in the description box below. And you can actually get a free scoop sticker if you ask nicely. So yeah, be sure to check out Card Kingdom. All right,
Maybe
how's
we'll
that?
get a
Hit the
Scoops
dingle
plush-
dangle too.
Maybe we'll also
pretty
have a
good.
Scoops plushie in the thing. Yeah,
Someday.
I'm gonna-
Someday.
Someday.
I don't know.
Only I. No, you have one, don't you, Richard? Me and you are the
Yeah.
only Scoops plushie owners.
Yeah, if you look at Seth's top
Limited
right, there's a
edition.
Scoops plushie there that one of the video
Wrong
editors
side, Seth.
gifted.
Wrong side. Wrong side.
It's
other
all
side.
reversed. I don't know my left from my right. Crim.
Point
Come
the
on.
other side. Point the other side.
He's doing it right. He's
There
doing
No,
you
it
go.
wrong
You
side.
got it.
Wrong
You
side.
got it.
Wrong side.
Don't
Other
confuse
side.
him.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
That's the
there
right
it
one.
is, there it
No,
is.
wrong one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so shortest game this year. CEDH. Okay,
2 turns.
2 turns. You know, we walk in and we're like, look, we want to show people CEDH is not about comboing off. And
What?
it's like long, intricate turns. And then I pulled out a turn 1 Badlands, Mox Diamond, Goblin Recruiter. And then with the Goblin Recruiter, you stack Snoop, Torch Courier, Kiki Jiki. And then you basically win on turn 2 if no one interacts. The game took 10 minutes. I think like 7 minutes of that was Crim determining if he could go off on turn 1. He could not. No one had removal, and then I just snooped everyone to death. So that was our quickest game. Do you guys have a guess for the longest game? How many turns did it take?
It has to be one that I've won.
I'm gonna guess 2.5 hours, and this season. Oh, I think it was the Halloween one. That Halloween one was pretty brutal.
Right, we
could
kept
win.
blowing up everything, right?
I feel like it was like at least
Yeah.
at least 2 hours. I want to say 2.5 hours, and I think it's the Halloween one.
All right. Okay. So we actually have
20,
two
25?
different metrics. Okay, by number of turns and by clock time. Okay.
We had to get to like 25 turns at least, I would say.
Seth is pretty close. So 28 turns. Okay. This
Yes!
was anything goes.
The World Slayer.
Tomer decided to World Slayer Cauldra, and not like the fully assembled Cauldra, just Shield of Cauldra, which gives indestructible to itself.
Because
the
Crim
creature.
stole the other pieces of Gonti.
No, that was a different episode, I believe.
No, it was
No,
this episode.
no, this
Wait,
is
was
the-
this
'cause
episode?
He
Because
stole
Tomer
my
kept
Gonti.
trying to kill me, and I remember at one point I
tried to
drew the
kill
one
you.
land.
Oh
You
my
did kill me,
goodness.
but eventually I,
killed
had
you after
opposition
that.
agent, or not opposition agent, whatever, Thieves Guild
Gonti.
Enforcer, and then I blocked for one more turn to like buy everyone the time.
Yeah, if you remember this, he had a Pure Steel Paladin, a 2/2, with all of this stuck on. So, you know, it took many turns for him to chop us down with a Pure Steel Paladin. But he did do it at 28 turns, 2 hours clock time. Longest game was Planeswalker Signature Week. We just played a bunch of fair magic that basically board wipe after board wipe. 3 hours later, Moto gave up. There was no conclusion.
I legit forgot about this game.
I
burned
forgot
out of
about
my
this, but I
memory.
like the Moto logo as the winner.
MTGO and
The crazy part is it's only 15 turns, so it's only slightly above average as far as turns. So that means one turn was taking us like 20 minutes. How is that possible? How is that possible?
Oh, that's
the
a
Moto
question
lag,
I would like
probably.
answer too, Seth.
Like when
How
you're
is
like,
this
please
possible?
let me tick up a thing, and it's like stuttering, and you're like
This is
wondering.
the episode where Tomer forgot that you could cast your Chandra commander
Yes.
and just win the game
Yep.
Yes.
numerous times at any point, but you
so-
went the whole game without.
It was the
casting
underworld
Chandra.
breach that he could not finish off.
It was actually the reason why I started like the bridge gameplay. Like soon after was like I played that Chandra deck so bad, so bad. Let me run it back, and I did like the Magic Online thingy, the stream with it, and it did well. So if you want to see the deck like actually do well, watch the bridge
Did you-
gameplay. Card should pop up right there, right up there. I think.
Did you remember to cast
Other side.
your Chandra?
this way? I actually cast my Chandra both games. Yes.
We have a
Well-
metric
well
for that
done.
later
Yes.
on.
I improving.
Okay. Wins. The coveted win. And we're counting a win as the win screen, even though this season we had the voting at the end. How many wins do you think? Who had the most wins this season? What's your
Richard.
guess?
Richard.
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 I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna go Richard too.
Richard.
It's always
All right.
Richard.
You got me.
I
Oh wow!
I
What
knew
a
it.
surprise!
You got
What a
me.
surprise!
I knew
Richard
it.
always.
This once again proves that we need to stop fighting each other. Once again, we need to stop fighting each other.
It's
And
not
we need
that
to get
bad.
Richard.
Always Richard.
That's a solid 5 more. And actually, hold
No,
on.
it's a 3 more. Seth is in second at
That's-
9.
oh,
Tomer
sure.
and Crim tied at 7, narrowly beating out Moto at 3. And then
Once
Gavin,
again,
our
Tomer.
guest, actually got one in
there's
there.
a bigger gap between my number of wins and Richard's number of wins than my number of wins and Moto's number of wins. All right, I'm just throwing that out there. That's an
Yeah.
interesting stat. To
That's almost almost
two
half the
of those,
games.
I think are mine. I think 2 Moto wins are mine. One of them because it was Sliver Week, and I decided that I was gonna get greedy, and because of that, it blew up Moto.
You decided to gift Moto the win and get second
You
place.
know what?
Crim.
That-
What did you, what did you want?
Also, Tomer and I are tied. Why? I'm not surprised. Because
Mutual
Tomer and I kill
destruction.
each other all the time.
I'm more
Just decides
interested.
Once I play green
I
one time and everything gets destroyed, and I'm like, oh wow. I play a Caldra, he gaunties me, and then he's like, oh, why is Tomer attacking me? Why is Tomer throwing away victory? to
The
attack
worst
me?
the worst part of all this is every season for like 5 seasons, we talk about how Richard always wins and how we need to do something about it, and then the next season Richard still wins half
Those
the
are
game, so
past
we don't do
seasons,
anything
Seth.
about
We don't
it.
talk about
I'm
those.
going
do
to, I'm
the
going to tell
same
you the
thing.
Richard strategy, okay? It's called being quiet and waiting for your opponents to sabotage themselves. That's what he does. That is the Richard strategy, which I think is like legit the best way to play Commander. You just be quiet, low profile, cast very innocuous things, you know, and then wait for your opponents to just go at each other, and then you just like quietly like just yoink the victory at the end. You just like
It's
sneak
because
up.
It works.
You're like,
Richard
all right.
knows for a fact the start of the game either you will attack me or something, and I will do something to you.
Yeah, it's
And through
me.
that, we'll go at each other, and then Richard's like, "Good dance."
I draw 2 cards. Suddenly, Tomer must.
I don't need to
stopped.
do anything. I don't need to waste cards
Richard
interacting with
plays
you
like
guys.
a
You guys
Yeah.
can interact with
Commander
among
who plays
yourselves.
Okay with it.
We had that one game where I think Richard held on to like all his counter spells and all this other stuff to literally the end of the game because he just kept attacking.
Literally,
Oh yeah, I
you
like that. I
pointed
like
it
that
out.
game.
I'm like, it's
YouTube
a
was very
control-
mad at me for that game. They're like, Richard, you have counter spells. Why don't you use them? And I'm like, why? I don't need to use any of these.
And I'm pretty sure I was the one in that episode being like, you have to make Richard use the cards in his hand or he's just gonna win. I'm pretty sure. Editor, bring that up.
It was Wild Party,
That is
right?
me,
That's
by
the
the
episode where
way.
Seth drew his his one card. He somehow drew it.
The
And I'm
Wild
just
Fair
like,
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wild.
And he just like, yeah, naturally drew it.
Yeah.
All right. That's first place. But on Commander Clash, we don't care about first place. We care about the true prize.
What's
the
some chicken
true
dinner?
prize. Second place is the new first place. Crim's goal has always been second place. Do you think he reached his goal? Do you think he's got the most number of second places? Who has the most number of second places?
I think Tomer.
So. I think I'm gonna vote Crim. I think he did nail it, but not by a huge margin.
Oh, I think it's really close. I think it
think
might
it's
be.
Tomer.
I think it might be Tomer too, actually.
All
Yeah,
right.
Tomer 2, literally.
Look at this. You guys are right.
Oh, Seth! Why are you trying to steal my almost second place? No,
He
wait.
almost got second place for number of second places, Crim.
So that actually
Crim
means
is
I'm
high
very
five.
good at almost winning the game.
Richard's very bad at almost winning the game because he's.
Oh
a
yeah, because he
closer.
just wins it. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. Obviously
this-
that makes sense.
This
We're u-
slideshow
we're-
just is like a dunk
we're
on us
using this.
again.
Yeah,
No,
Richard
no,
is
no, we're
very
using
bad
this as
at
the
not
slide for
winning
next
the
season.
game.
Leave
is
me
what I'm
alone.
reading from this graph.
Just leave me alone. Leave me out of this.
The rest
I
of us are
suck at
very
losing.
good
What
at
can I say?
not winning.
All right. Who do you think gets killed first the most?
Oh, easy
Me.
easy.
Me.
Wait, okay,
me.
everyone's pointing to themselves.
No,
Not
no.
Richard. Richard knows
Not
not.
me.
He's not the
Richard,
most
not
kills.
you. Yeah.
It's not
knows he
Richard.
wins the most.
It's actually pretty close.
Oh yeah, so
Oh!
I'm surprised. I get killed the most.
Really? I feel like that.
No,
Hold
whoa,
on.
I'm surprised at this. I'm surprised at this one. It's usually like we play 2 games, and I get very lucky in game 1, and then game 2 is just like done. Tomer is out.
It's because Tomer like destroys us in game 1. And then in game 2, he gets targeted first, and he's confused why he dies first, and only remembers the second game.
I get lucky sometimes.
Even though
when
the
it gets
first
wins.
game he actually won it, and like was not the first death. So over the long run, it averages out.
There's not much middle ground with Richard. It's either first or last. There's not a whole lot of second or thirds in there.
He also he gets knocked out first or early, the least amount of times. Again,
Yeah.
sticking to that.
You know
low
why?
profile.
It's because I play creatures and blockers, okay, people?
What?
What? They may be bad, but they interact, and you guys can't get through my 1/1
I
regenerating
was the
skeleton.
aggro deck this season. What do you mean?
Same.
Oh, we have a stat on that.
Oh.
All right, here is the average place, okay? And in this case, the lower bar is better because it's your average finish.
Okay. This is like a graph of Richard flexing on us.
Yeah,
like
it's all the
sets up.
I
Let's
was
do a stat
surprised.
episode.
This is just an
We'll
hour
have a
of me
bunch
flexing.
of ways to show how much better Richard is
Yeah.
than the rest of the
We're,
table.
we're just saying this is like the average finish. So Seth is actually the second place finisher. Crim and
It's gonna be
Tomer,
a reckoning,
identical
Richard.
twins.
You're digging your own grave for next season.
Tomer and I are tied for so many things.
you
and
guys,
also,
you guys go punch for punch, when
Yeah,
you target each
it
other.
really is.
This is just
This is-
teaching me. We have to kill. Oh my goodness.
All right. Here's
Okay.
the
More
secret.
reasons to hate Richard.
Here's the secret. Pay to win. Okay, our average deck price, removing the most expensive and the least expensive.
Okay, that's fair.
So that 1 week where Tomer went off with his super expensive deck, not included. So
Oh,
I'm coming
wait.
in
Tomer,
at
you
like
have to renounce your name
double.
now.
That's an interesting one. I guess when I don't play $50 decks, that's when I kind of go ham.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
funny
no,
because I haven't
yeah.
played any budget decks that I can think of intentionally this season. I haven't tried to play budget, and you've played a lot of budget decks, and somehow my average cost is actually lower than yours.
It's probably
So Seth-
probably if it was like
Seth
the
is a true
median.
budget
If it was
commander.
the median, you'd see like a lot of 50s in there, but yeah, I guess I don't really stick to any budget when I'm not doing a budget deck.
I think, and Richard, that's because you always break the ban list. It's all
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
it's
a
all your
tabernacle.
$200 card.
How many three?
There's a tabernacle in
This
there.
is also after like stuff like 3 visits was lowered too. Remember?
Yeah, but I used to play 3 visits when the price.
and that card was like
this-
$100. He got lucky. This number would actually be a lot
No, 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 no.
higher.
This is the price at the time of recording.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's why
Alright.
Crim is super high, because all those mana
Mana
drains
drain.
before the
Oh my
reprint.
God.
I used to play 3 visits, and I had a Tabernacles in there somewhere. Yeah, so the secret to winning, folks, is not politics or playing coy. It's to spend lots of money on your deck.
Pay to win confirmed.
All
All
right.
right.
If we include the most expensive decks, then Tomer takes the crown with his $120,000 New Year's resolution deck.
Thank you very
It
much.
did literally nothing, but it
Yeah,
was a
but-
lot of money.
The most expensive and worst deck of the season.
Turns out
Somehow.
reserve list is not a good indicator of the strength of overall cards. Who knew?
Who knew? All right, First Blood King.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tomer.
Not me.
Aggro over here. By the way.
What?
We're
I
pretty
thought I would
close.
be
Shocking.
last.
Yeah, I don't know what Crim's been attacking with, but he attacked a lot.
Yeah,
What
that
did
is
he-
actually pretty shocking.
I'm amazed I have 5. I
I'm
was
surprised.
expecting to be less than that.
Oh, because it was a couple times you played a commander that actually required you to attack for value. Jared didn't work out, obviously, but
Are you sure? Because I feel like that had
First
to have been
Blood.
like one of like a chaos week where Seth had some kind of armor that made him attack. Because
Yeah.
I still think that number 5 is inflated.
that was like a
That might be.
run
Maybe
on
y'all
Chaos.
This is
forced me
5
to
of like
attack.
40 games, by the way.
He must have been goaded or something like that because I don't
Oh.
remember 5 combat steps. from
It's
Seth.
it's
It
also
was the Monarch games, probably.
Probably.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, I gotta get
okay.
that card draw.
Okay.
Oh, it's also possible I played like a Flibblethip to draw a card, and I was just like, why not? Might as well hit someone for
Blocking
one.
with it, yeah.
All right, Fair Magic in 2021. How many combo wins did we get? And Crim, in the truest of fashion, never comboed us.
Wow.
Ever.
I once
So
again
fair.
bow. I believe in fair magic, and this is a win for me. This is first place right here. Seth, you're a cheaty. You're a cheaty. And you
Seth-
played
Seth is a
cheaty.
cheaty face.
Cheaty.
You
with
gave
three.
life.
Stigma against combos. I need to bring back Kiki combo.
I think the big takeaway for me is not many of our games end with combos. We had what 37
That's
games.
why our
and
games take 12 turns.
Yeah.
We're using like 2-2s to finish the game instead of comboing off.
I love that I just have a clean 0.
Yeah.
Clean 0. Nothing.
No.
And this is game-ending combos, so we don't counterbalance top. That's not a combo.
That's
right?
an
This
emotional
has to
That's a
be-
game ender.
synergy.
That's an emotional.
Yeah, that's kind of low.
All right, commander damage kills.
Seth got
Sounds
it.
I
about
killed
right.
someone with commander. Who? What
Yeah.
commander did I kill someone with? I need more information on
This
this.
is a mystery.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
you guys apparently don't leverage the fact that it is half the damage to use your commander.
Hey, look, Tomer and I are even yet again.
You guys
Maybe
are always
that's the
tied.
secret to Richard's victory is you just do Voltron strategies and hope for the best.
You just play Timmy cards. and
Timmy
They
cards.
take you the distance. You know, when the average turn length or the game length is 12, Battleship Magic works. So
The commander damage is more attainable.
here we go. Average commander casts per game. Turns out Seth has cast his commander more often than Crim.
More than
Hey,
Crim.
Hold on.
Although
Messed up.
Is
That's-
that like what is that? Because I imagine that might be from like one game where Seth might have casted his commander a ton of times.
I think it's because there's probably like 10 games this season where you just got 2 lands and didn't cast anything, so you didn't have an
That's
option to
probably
cast
true.
your commander.
That's probably
right.
true.
But this indicates that Seth is actually casting his commander at least one time per game on average.
1.3 times per game.
That's insane. I thought it
I'm
would
not
be
really
like
far
half.
behind Tomer. I'm not that far behind Tomer really. Although again, Richard, maybe casting your commander is part of the secret to winning. Like Richard casts it way more
I
than
mean,
the rest
the
of
the
us.
longer you
Rograk. There was
survive,
also-
the
remember
more
that
commander
Rograk
casts you
episode
can
where he had like a bajillion, and he did it twice.
Oh,
He played Rograk
yeah.
twice.
That helps. Zero-mander commander is
I
definitely
think he
would
casted
help.
like 6 times both.
It only costs like 6 mana. Okay, it's fine.
I mean, it's a very
I'm
good commander.
really surprised.
All
I
right,
did not
here's the
cast
true metric. Okay,
Right.
coin flip wins.
look at Seth's
Me and Tomer, 50%. We are correct.
We're on average.
Look at Seth, 28%.
Do not go to
7
Vegas,
coin
Seth.
flips won.
Do
I
not go to Vegas.
I
Don't
swear,
gamble in Vegas.
Do
I
not
did this-
gamble, Seth.
I did this for Against the Odds once, and it was around 30% too. Like seriously, for a 15-year Magic career, I've been 30. I don't know how it's possible because I
Because
flipped
you-
a lot of coins, but
because-
consistently, I'm a 30% coin
You keep
flipper.
picking tails. I keep telling you, heads always wins. Look at the stats. Don't
I
lie.
thought it was. I thought it was tails never fails.
50% of
Yeah.
the time, it wins 100% of the time.
See, the only reason why I'm at 33 is because I thought it was tails never fails, but I remember they're like, you know what? I'm gonna switch to heads because I keep losing.
And it
That's probably
only
what
only
helped.
lets you down half the time. That way.
There was that game with Boom Pile where he whiffed like 4 times in a row or something.
Yeah.
Like that ruined.
Oh, I lost because of it too. I think,
I think
if I
you should
remember
just
right.
not play Boom Pile ever again with a 28%.
I
flip
love
rate.
Boom Pile. It's not a good card, but I do love like what it does to the games.
It's
It is
a
a
really
fun
good
Especially when
card.
Seth is playing it, and I'm like, oh right, I can still play everything into it because Boom Pile is probably not going to go off. I'll probably find a removal
nothing to
spell for
fear.
it before it becomes a problem.
Play into Seth's boom piles. Got it.
That's
no more Boom
absolutely.
Pile.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that from this. So yeah.
Oh wow. Well, we're
All right.
Again?
Last flex. Did you guys? This is from the
Again?
editor. The editor
he
dropped
brought us
this
for
in.
Richard just a dunk on us.
There was a 6-game streak where only me and Seth won, and I won 3 in a row, and Seth won 3 in a
This
row.
was probably like during the
Ooh.
Crim feud.
Yeah, I think that was the peak
I-
of Tomer and Crim
this
killing
was the
each
peak
other.
of the
I
Tomer
don't know what
and
you're
Crim.
talking about. What feud? I have only been friends with you, Tomer.
Yes.
So I'm dying on that hill.
Friendship hurts sometimes.
All right. So let's take a look at our decks and what we play, what colors we play, what cards we like to play. So first, we're going to look at the group as a whole. You'll see what our meta is, and then we'll look into individual players. So, colors played. We are a red group. We play red the most often. here
Sounds
on
about
Commander
right.
Clash. Is that right?
Grixis. That's a
Wow,
third of
that's-
Grixis.
Definitely,
Well, I
definitely
forgot
Crim is
about-
lowering the green amount at the table.
Green is the least played color, so I'm not sure we can talk about anything. This seems like opposite of what you would expect.
Look,
Like, white is
I
pretty
played
high.
green until I figured out that it gets punished way too much for playing green. After Kamal, I was like, you know what? I'm not touching green anymore. Not touching green anymore. Not worth it. Not worth it. Not
What do you
taking
mean?
that heat, man.
When I get tunnel vision and I get like and
My
bloodlusty
foaming at
eyes.
the mouth. I play Veil of Summer. Suddenly, I'm ended. I'm canceled.
This has got to be like opposite the actual commander, like wider
Yeah.
commander meta, right? Like, or very close to opposite.
So don't
That's
hold me on this, but I'm
interesting.
going to make a baseless speculation. Not baseless. No, I think I watched an EDH Redcast in the background one time, and they did mention that Red was like played way more than people expected it to be played. So Red is like Red, from what I recall. Again, half memory. I was editing and had EDH Redcast on the side, but they did mention how like Red was like overrepresented compared to everybody's initial thoughts.
White seems surprisingly heavily played in our group. That might be Richard. That's probably
No.
mostly Richard.
Yeah, it's
White
gotta
has
be
good
Richard.
support cards. White is just not a main color, but like if you need a Wrath, like white.
And like
right?
blue is obviously overrepresented because of Crim. But do we
Yeah,
have
warped by
individual? Do
Crim.
we have individual color
I-
preferences?
we do have individual. We should
Okay,
get
I
to.
know.
that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
I don't
Okay,
know.
color combinations played. We played a lot of 5C decks. We played a lot of Grixis decks.
Oh wow.
You just say it. I played a lot of Grixis.
We played a lot of Boros decks.
Yeah,
Apparently,
that's definitely
Civic,
that's definitely Richard.
Civic, Mono Red, Selesnya, White, Azorius, Rakdos. Is it Jeskai, Mardu? Colors we don't play are colorless. Apparently, no one played an Eldrazi deck or an Artifact deck this season. We don't play 4C decks that often. You see most of the 4C decks down there. Jund, Golgari, Abzan. You're seeing why black and green are the least played because we don't tend to play these colors. So,
Yeah, not a lot of
I-
green.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of it too, at least for me, if I'm thinking about building a 4 or even like some 3 color decks, it's really easy for me to be like, oh, I might as well just go 5. Like, I already have like clunky mana. Why would I go 4 colors and not just go 5 colors and get access to everything? So
I
that
think
might
it's also-
explain part of it.
Yeah, I think it was also a lack of opportunities to play 4-color decks because if we were playing, like, we were focusing on new sets like Commander Legends and all that stuff, there's no 4-color options there. If it was like viewer submitted, we usually chose, I don't even remember how many like 4-color Commander decks we were given. And so
I don't think I saw
can't
many. Mostly
yeah.
5 colors.
I can't think of many opportunities to play it, and like there's not a lot of options too. Like there's
Yep.
there's the 4 that were the face cards, and then there were the partner combinations, but the partners are from like what is it 2015 or something. So it's like we've seen them a lot in the past. We've done it a lot in the past, but there's not any new options for 4-color commanders in a very long time. So odds are
And
we're not going to cover it.
Yeah, there's just better 5-color commanders and 4-color commanders, and there's some that show up a lot. Like, I think we played a lot of Morophons.
Yeah.
Because if you're playing like a weird tribe, it's easy to like throw that in.
The lack of
Our
green
themes
though,
affect
definitely
it. Like when we
surprised me.
have theme weeks, we do 5 colors a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing a movie deck or something, you're just like 5 colors.
You need
get
you need
access
as
to all
many
the cards.
options as possible,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Like
Yeah.
you go something
Yeah.
jank, you need like as much availability of the jank as possible.
Or Seth wants to just Golos us all the time. so. All right, most played cards. So most played cards. I filtered out fetches, shocks, basics, command tower, and arcane signet because otherwise all of our lists would just have those cards.
Right.
So if we
Right.
remove those cards, reliquary tower comes in at number 1. We're very ambitious. We're all thinking we're gonna draw a lot of cards.
That's the way to get.
Exotic
That's the way to play.
orchard, mana fixing, and then mind stone, strip mine, lightning greaves, swords. Rhystic Study, Ancient Tomb, Myriad Landscape, Demonic Tutor, Cultivate, Path of Ancestry, Blasphemous Act, Smothering Tide.
It's a
don't
lot of
think I've-
mana. It's a lot of mana and frickin' Rhystic Study, man.
I don't think I've ever played a Myriad Landscape, so that's all youth. It would probably be number 1 if I played it on occasion. It's kind of impressive that you managed to do it with just the 3 of you.
Do we have that many strip mines?
I play it every deck.
I play it in a lot of
Oh.
decks, yeah. I play
Yeah,
it in a lot
I
of
never
decks.
play it.
I'm
Well-
surprised Exotic Orchard is so high, but we don't see like Reflecting Pool. There's like a couple of these that
Yeah.
do the same thing, but we only have one of them represented there. So someone doesn't know the other ones exist.
That's definitely me to an extent because Reflecting Pool is kind of expensive, and when I'm doing $50 decks, Exotic Orchard's like under $1 or like $1 right now. So
That
I
makes
don't run
sense.
Reflecting Pool usually. Well, like non-budget decks I will, but budget I do Exotic Orchard a lot.
And we just saw that 5-color is our most played archetype, so Exotic Orchard is probably better than Reflecting Pool. But
Sure, yeah.
So we'll break it down by creatures. Dockside Extortionist, number 1. Being played in almost 20% of decks, which is pretty amazing given that it's a colored card. Sackler Tribe Elder, Solemn.
That's not me. I don't know. This is
Despite
I don't have
despite
that.
green being the least played color at our table, Sakura Tribe Elder still is
You
top.
always put Tribe Elder in
Yeah.
your deck, no matter
Yeah.
what, right?
If you're green, you have to.
Sun Titan, Burnished Heart, Ewit, Birds of Paradise, Acidic Slime, Bane of Progress. Pretty popular.
Bane of Progress?
Notion Thief sliding in there. I don't think I don't see you, Crim.
Jeez.
My
Yeah.
only creature, baby.
What do you
I
guys
was
think of
surprised
Dockside
with
Extortionist?
Mangara.
I think that's very shocking. If I had to, I would have thought Solemn would have been higher, given that it's a colorless card.
I mean,
But-
I don't remember how many red decks we have, but it has to mean that Dockside is in very close to every single red deck that was played this season.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a staple. It's kind of like a Sakura Tribe Elder for red, I think.
That makes
More
10
abusable
mana usually.
too, for sure. Yeah, if you just blink it, then it's just like, okay, fine.
It's so busted.
All right, fine.
All right. Planeswalkers, we have Ashiok. Number
Yes.
Oh, this is the Crim is the only one that plays Planeswalkers looking at this list because we have Ashiok, Narset, Garrick, which
That's
that's
not
like everyone else combined, and then Teferi, Nissa.
Yeah, I think Teferi has to be just Crim. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this looks like the
that's
Crim
that,
list
yeah.
of Planeswalkers.
Those Nisses are not me. Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's a lie. I played one. I played it once when I played in the Elemental Week when we did the Omnath Bowl.
Oh,
And you enjoyed
yeah.
it, didn't you?
No, I hated it. I actually held it in my hand and hated it. No, I think I casted it, but it was still miserable.
Spell-wise, swords, most commonly played spell. We have Demonic Tutor, some Ramp, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Blasphemous Act, Teferi's Protection,
21.
Richard.
Enlightened
That's like
Tutor,
at least half of
Farsi.
Richard.
Yo, where's 3 visits? Onto Inversion. Look at that. Auto include in like every
Yeah.
white deck now. Shatter Skull Smashing. Same thing. Mana Drain crept up here on the back of a single player, I presume.
Yeah, that's got to be all Crim or very close to it.
Yeah.
Where's
I played it
Counterbalance?
once, I think.
How are there so many mana drain? Do you have decks, Crim, that have mana
Hold on,
drain
wait,
but not
wait.
counterbalance?
Let's see, Counterbalance. No, Counterbalance not up. He plays Mana Drain decks without Counterbalance because
Interesting.
Counterbalance isn't on the list.
See,
Fair,
I,
fair.
I think it feels so bad when I play Counterbalance, but I actually perfectly I don't have to play it. I just let you all imagine that it's there, and that's good. Every now and then I actually do have it.
Look at those enchantments: Heuristic Study, Smothering Tide, and then the gap between those two and the third place Zendikar Resurgent.
Wait, where's Mystic Remora? Why is it? Oh, it's only 6. Wait, Mystic Remora is the cumulative upkeep one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
also
I'm
very
surprised.
good.
We don't play that much Mystic Remora, but we play a lot of Heuristic Study.
I wonder how many, like at Skyclave Cleric there on the artifacts, I put that in every deck I play. I put that in every
What
deck.
is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's the kicker indestructible.
Mana Rock?
Yeah, Mana Rock.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one's very good.
I love that card. I think that card is amazing. So I put that in every deck that I can.
I see Curse
And I
of
think-
Opulence is up there.
And I think that started halfway through the season. Like, Zendikar Rising would theoretically be disadvantaged because our season started
Right.
before Zendikar Rising, I think.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
if that had been there since the start of the season, that would definitely be up there like by where Greaves is, because if 27 episodes, it's in every deck of mine.
Yeah.
Really? Because even Arcane Signet. So the number on the right is the number of decks we've had. So we've had 103 decks this season. And Arcane
103
Signet,
decks.
because there's 4 of us, right? And then
Oh yes.
I think
okay.
the stats discount like the Secret Santa episode because we didn't build the decks ourselves.
Okay.
But Arcane Signet is in 53, so it's in half the decks. So there's a significant number of decks that don't play Signet, even though it is the most played card.
Maybe some green decks, I guess.
Yeah, I never play Signet in green decks.
What about? Yeah,
I play
that's probably
Signet
the big
in
one.
every deck too.
I'll
Like,
put it in like 5-color decks and 4-color decks for sure.
Yeah.
Arcane Signet. Why not put it in a monocolor deck?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's better than like what are those
Yeah.
like the diamonds or whatever, like Sky
Yeah.
Diamond and stuff. Those come to play tapped.
I mean, it's better than everything, but 3 visits, right?
yeah,
It's for, like, rampant
Yeah,
growth.
okay.
It's for some
Or-
like,
Like
or
those
Force
cards
Seed.
that cannot be destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Like your lands cannot
Yeah.
be destroyed, but your artifacts can be destroyed.
And in like creature heavy decks, you'll still want like Sakura Tribelder over it. So there's like a lot of decks where Signet's not as good, but I don't think it's ever bad. You know,
Yeah.
like you can still jam it and it's still good.
Yep.
Soul Ring. How?
Yeah,
probably
how-
precons, CEDH and precons probably something.
Oh, right. Okay.
I definitely
okay.
did it. I
kind of
definitely did it once in
amazing.
my expensive one, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was too cheap. It was too cheap.
I'm pretty sure there's only 13 eligible decks to play Soul Ring. And we
I
played
was,
it
I was
in
like,
every
okay,
single
that
deck.
would make sense because like, how is that even up there? Who's sliding that into their deck and not speaking up about it?
Oh, Gavin week when we
Oh,
have
yeah,
guests
Gavin had-
sometimes.
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be 4 Soul Rings. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes.
All
yeah.
right. Let's go player by player. We'll see what metrics Crim are responsible here. Mr. I'm okay with second place.
Yep,
Color
yep,
distribution.
that makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Anyone shocked at all here by this Grixis?
Look at the hair.
Green- that-
Look at the
I
graph.
am a little. That green seems a little high. I am curious how that green got. Like a 1, okay, but that's 5 more than I thought I did for green. I'm
That looks like
curious-
Crim.
Yeah,
if
I've
I
never
had to
seen
guess
something
going
so
into this, it would be
slanted,
very
like-
much like this.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
even
that's a lot of
know
green.
like,
I'm
what
surprised
any
it's
cards
green,
in
but-
any other colors do?
If you ask me what other green cards there are, that like I probably couldn't tell you because I don't care enough about. Green.
There's like the slime deck that he played green. I
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be yeah. See, so that would.
Omnath.
Yep,
Yeah, no choice
yep.
there.
Oh, and then my Hate Bears week
Yes.
where I played Yasharn.
Sharn.
No.
Which yeah, so that's 3 of the green decks that I already can think of.
All right. Color combinations.
Yep.
Grixis is king, always busting out the Grixis, followed by Mono
weird.
Blue, followed by Azorius, followed by Demir. And then Mardu. Mardu's in here, and Rakdos sneaking in.
All just like Grixis adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems about right.
Green
Is that right?
0, red green 0, black green 0.
What
He only
mono
plays
white deck
green
did
in
you
3
play?
color decks.
That was the mono white deck was the Magetta.
Oh.
Right. The Wrath.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that.
Celestia
That was a
is
very
the-
Grixis version of mono white.
There's a lot of removal.
It was just board wipe tribal. That's what it was. And then so Celestia. I mean, yeah, okay, that's the Hate Bears deck. What?
Mana drain.
The
man.
Ancient Tomb? Really? Oh, I
You
just did
play
every-
Ancient Tomb. Crim plays CEDH, okay? His list is like Ancient Tomb, Mana Drain, Heuristic Study. He's going for blood. Like he
No,
plays like
nothing
30
against
lands or
him.
something and
No.
relies on Ancient Tomb carrying his mana base or something.
Richard,
That's
look
in
at
every
that.
deck.
Nothing there kills anybody. Look at this. There is not a single thing that kills anybody on that list.
Some people
But
just want
every-
to die instead of having it dragged on forever, Crim. Sometimes
Yeah,
games
that's
should end,
a
Crim.
problem.
Look, if you look at my list of cards, not a single thing kills anybody.
I'm surprised that like colored cards showed up so high.
If you honestly take out the lands and the next spells I'd probably have, they still probably don't kill people.
I mean, Counterspell, Fierce Guardianship, Damnation.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the most aggressive thing I play is Notion Thief.
It gets you killed very fast. Yes.
Gross.
Get somebody
All right.
killed.
Guess his most played creature.
Oh!
That was standard, I
Shake
guess.
your head. Agent of Treachery, Notion Thief, Ghostly Pilfer, Thieving Skydiver, Venser.
I am
All
not
you know,
surprised by
Sun
any
Titan.
of
Sun
these.
Titan has some power. Sun
Not
Titan
surprised
can
by
actually
any
kill.
of these. Just troll cards all the way down.
Ghostly Pilfer, your third most played card.
That card is great in Commander.
It's very good. I mean, it triggers off every single person casting a commander.
Thank you.
This is the other ones. The other ones is like troll card. Okay, card draw. Troll card. Fallen Shinobi, I don't even know what that does, but I'm assuming it's
It's
a troll
ninjutsu. Play the 2 cards off the top of your deck.
card. Okay, yeah, troll card.
Uh,
Hull Breacher is there at
Planeswalkers.
3.
yeah,
Alright, I
Hull
see.
Breacher only
Breacher.
introduced in the back half
Narset
of the
Partner of
season.
Veils as 5.
I don't know how that got there. Those are 5 typos. Richard, where did you get this information?
More Narsets than Teferis and Ashioks.
That's
that actually
disgusting.
seems low to me. I felt like I was getting Narset wheeled like every other game, but that's only like
We were being threatened with the
20%.
Narset wheel every other
It's
game.
because you all play yourselves into thinking that it's gonna happen.
He
it's in
played
your
one
deck.
game without
It can't
Notion Thief
happen.
Narset. He has 6 Notion Thief games, but 5 Narset games. So one game he decided to go easy on us by not including the Planeswalker.
And then Hull Breacher is up to 3, even though it just got
It
released
just
like
got
2 weeks
released.
ago.
That is going to go up skyrocket.
Look to the right. Look at Windfall up there. Can't
Yeah,
tell me those
yeah.
are fair Narsets.
I wonder how many of those
I don't-
windfalls were paired with
I also
Notion
don't know how
Thief
those got there.
in Narset.
look at
Quick,
Settle the
take down the
Wreckage. Pop
charts.
it up there.
It's gonna
Settle the
look bad.
Wreckage. He has more Settle the Wreckage. No Aetherize.
Have we ever
Aetherize is a
seen
lie.
Settle the Wreckage actually
But
cast?
Settle the
I don't
Wreckage is
remember.
truth.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It
Once
was-
or twice, I think, right?
And 0 Aetherize, I'm actually disappointed
Yeah.
in that. That's the thing that
Yeah.
disappoints me the most, more than the Notion Thief stat. There's no Aetherize here.
All right. Artifacts, nothing too interesting except
Skyclave
for the
relic,
Skyclave.
Seat top.
Enchantments.
Ah, Ristic Studies.
Wait, hold
Lot of
on.
Ristic
Wait,
Studies.
wait.
It's
You don't
almost
play top-
half.
top
Almost
5
half your
times.
decks are Ristic Studies.
Counterba- Oh, okay. I was like, hold on. I thought I had more counterbalances than I did top, and I'm like, that's
you have
not
more.
correct.
You
That doesn't
decided to
make sense.
value top somewhere in there.
I mean, okay. This seems about
Don't
right.
these numbers seem super low to you?
No.
The Ristic Studies.
It's only
seems about
25%
right.
of the time he has counterbalance top, right, in his deck. 5 and
Yeah.
26.
That's
Even
Yeah.
though you
not
think
correct.
it's happening every game. Same with Mana Drain. It's 11 of 26. Less
It
than
feels
half.
like it happens more than it does, I guess. Yeah. Especially considering how many Grixis decks you played. So in theory, there's decks you could play it in that you don't play it in, which
Yeah.
I didn't know that was true.
I was chill. I was being just like, you know
Very
what?
ch-
I'm gonna change it up. I'm
A
gonna change
new,
it up this week.
kinder, friendly version of Crim. He only
Don't forget
counterbalance
the
likes you
Notion
every
Thief
other
stats.
week.
I didn't forget the Notion Thief stats and the Narset Wheel stats.
YouTube is gonna like light me up for these stats, and I am ready for it.
And then Crim's lands are like, if you cross out Command Tower, it's just like a modern Grixis mana base.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna play Grixis Control of
Grixis
Modern,
lands.
that's the list.
Makes sense.
You're right. If you look at that, that's
There's no-
straight
no
up
more
a
Grixis.
mana base.
All right. Next up.
So, I have a story for the viewers at home. When I used to be editing Commander Clash, I would actually know exactly when Richard was saying in the game by seeing the wavelength. There was a very distinct wavelength on Richard's audio file. So
It's
it'd be
perfect. It's non-committal. Not saying
Do I
anything
want
to
to
anger
hold
anyone.
on to the hymns or do I want to keep them?
You gotta keep them. You gotta keep them.
I ended up keeping them, but I was like, all right, he's gonna say and then I listened to it. All right, good. Confirmed. At some point, I could just skip over the part because I knew what it was.
That's impressive, Richard. That's like a
pretty
super
balanced.
even. Yeah, that's like very
Pretty flat.
balanced.
Except I don't like black anymore,
Yeah,
even
no, I
though
like
it's
black.
probably my favorite color. I
What
just don't
happened
play
to
black
junding
decks.
them out, Richard?
Yeah.
That's a spike. That's a spike thing to do, Tomer.
Oh.
We don't do that in Commander. We don't play
We just win
Tarmogoyfs.
all the games with Commander.
It's 2021. We don't play
We don't-
creatures that do nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not spikes. We don't play Tarmogoyf.
I mean, that
What is
makes
this,
Richard's
2011.
that makes Richard's wins more impressive though, because it's not like there's one archetype that he keeps winning with. Like it's got to be split between all the colors, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
The colors are irrelevant.
I mean, I'm very shocked by blue. I didn't think I played that much blue, but I like green, and I think I play a lot of white.
Well,
So I don't know. It's pretty balanced. Color wise, a lot of 5C decks followed by Simic at 3.
Wow, it's Richard's a
Mono
Civic
white,
player.
mono black. I mean, it's pretty flat though, right? It goes 5, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Unlike Crim there with the Grixis.
9.
And 5 colors usually my go-to for flavor decks. I usually take the easy way out by just going 5 colors so I can use the entire
Yeah,
card
largest
pool.
card pool. It makes sense.
Yeah. Most played
No,
cards.
this seems about right.
That's true.
Dowsing
That's
Dagger.
true. That checks.
That's
Where's
literally
Teferi?
every one of my decks that has like a creature.
Half the games are Dowsing Dagger decks.
Yeah. Where's Teferi's protection on this? Because like legitimately,
not
I'm
that high.
Yeah,
surprised.
that's surprising.
It's not that
It's
high.
kind of low.
Yeah.
Less than 7.
Less than 7. I mean, I play Dousing Dagger all the time. And apparently a Light and
colorless.
Tutor to fetch my Dousing Daggers.
That makes sense.
All right. Creatures. Sakura Tribe Elder. Solemn. Dockside
Thassa's
Extortionist.
Oracle.
Thassa's
Thassa's
Oracle. Oh no,
Oracle.
close
What
your
is
eyes.
this?
Really?
What is
You're
this
trying to
CDH
Thassa
that you're
Oracle
playing?
win us?
Is there a Thassa's Oracle win this year from you, Richard, or this season? I don't remember one,
Oh,
but is
I
there
think
one I'm not
so.
thinking of?
I think so. No?
There was one where you almost won. It was against me, you and me, but then you accidentally. It was the Enter the Infinite game. And then you
there's a-
accidentally you like punted it away.
Anytime I play a blue deck, I feel like it's okay to put Thassa's Oracle in there. Like an actual blue deck with counter spells. So I think when I play control decks, like my only win con is like a Thassa's Oracle.
Oh,
What do you
there's-
play
There's
Walking
the
Atlas
Teferi's
in?
protection, by the way. It's also at 7. It wasn't less than 7. It was just cut off from the demonic tutor.
Oh.
Conveniently.
Conveniently hidden from-
Conveniently cut off.
Stats. Makes sense. Makes sense. A lot of green. Ramp
Lot of green.
cards.
You
I
don't
like
play a
that-
lot of
the cop in there.
planeswalkers.
I never play Planeswalkers.
And that's
Average.
like smart, right? Like I actually think planeswalkers are pretty bad in Commander, unless they're the ones like Teferi Master of Time. So
Or Narcissus.
I think the only one I like playing is Elspeth. Like big Elspeth. Like
It's only
Elspeth or
6
Garrett because it's a wrath or card draw. I don't play like the value Planeswalkers that often.
I'm surprised at the 3 Elvish Mystics. What happened there, Richard?
What's wrong with 3
What's a
Elvish
2
Mystics?
mana 1/1 that draws a card? Doing
I
in
mean-
that list, Richard.
Wait,
Is
no. That's the one. That's a Lawn War elf.
It's the one
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're thinking
of Elvish Visionary.
Yeah.
I-
So like Elvish. Why is Elvish Visionary if you played this one?
Walking Atlas, though, that's not a card I
That's-
would have expected to
that's-
see on anyone's top 10
That,
list.
that
Yeah.
I
card's
don't
better
know.
than people give it credit for. If you're drawing lots of cards and you're not in green,
Yeah.
keep doing that land ramp.
All right. Artifacts, Dousing
Wow.
Dagger to no one's
Whoa.
surprise.
Mystic Study.
boom pile at the bottom.
Boom Piles in there. Coveted Jewel, my favorite card, even though it's bugged and never does anything I want it to do.
Look, it worked out for me. All right. It's
See,
fine.
Richard plays Ristic Study too.
I
Everyone's
know.
Smothering
It's just
Tide
a problem.
again.
It's almost as if we play too much Ristic Study. It's
I play
awful and
Smothering
hate
Tide
it.
too.
What is this spike? This is a spike over here. Whoa,
Yo,
whoa.
check the bottom. Check the very last card.
Apparently,
You
with
can't miss.
strikes too. Like,
A myth. This is-
No wonder Richard's budget's so high.
That's my budget right there. Team of Chains ruined my budget stat.
we have a house ban list, and meanwhile, here's Richard Chains Mustafa. Go.
Hey, I think Chains is fine. It doesn't do anything useful, okay?
Is
Yeah.
is it under $100?
No, it's like
okay.
$1 billion.
It,
It's like,
must have been under $100 because why else would
Richard
that
would
be
never
on there?
break the
Twice,
rules.
Richard.
It's
Twice.
like 3,000. Hey, it's flavor. It was in my Us deck and my Fate deck, okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
And then we didn't know what it even did. And we were still not sure what it does, but it's
I
okay.
still don't.
It's
Yeah,
still
I-
worth
I just- I
$3,000,
It's
okay?
a chart.
All right. Seth, I never pay for Ristic Study. Mr. Saffron Olive.
So true.
Except mine.
I
Look
picked
at these
once.
colors.
He got
is
better.
the
By the end of the
anti-Crim.
season, he got better.
He only got better when on my Ristic Studies.
The
It
least
was
blue.
a slow process, We had to work him towards it. Wow, Seth is a Naya player. I did not expect
How is this
that.
possible? How do you draw cards without playing blue or black?
I tried to switch
Just
it up a little
creative.
bit this season. I tried to switch it up. And green draws cards now.
Green
so.
draws a lot of cards. Red also draws a lot of cards too, especially when you cheat on the house ban and you run Wheel of Fortune.
I want to see if Wheel of Fortune's on my
What is
list. 'cause it
Tomer
might
getting
be.
at? What's he getting at? I can't really pick up what he's putting down. Hold on.
So
Whoa.
Seth plays a lot of 5 colors, and then that's it. Everything else,
Surprise.
pretty diverse, pretty flat. Like just 2 for the next set.
But it's
Hey,
a lot of
that,
Naya.
that would mean that my chart's kind of flat.
No.
No, your chart was clearly blue based. Look at this. Cultivate.
Yes.
I love the strip mine.
Strip
of
mine,
those cards.
It actually should
Very
be in
on
more
brand.
decks. I must have messed up a few times. Yeah.
Maybe it was like just like me and Counterbalance. It was the nicer Seth. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I just forgot
Well, you
because it
can't
should be
put-
27.
Well, you ran their highest one was 5-color decks. You don't put strip mine in 5-color decks. I mean, you
I'm
could.
sure Seth
yeah,
would.
that's.
I'm
I
sure
don't.
Seth would.
I don't always put it in 5-color. That's true.
You don't always? Hold
Yeah.
on. So that means there are times when you do, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
What's
okay.
shocking is I don't think we've ever had like a dousing dagger flip into a strip mine.
Oof.
Like that's
Yeah.
never really happened. Like I think you strip mined it before, but like much like later in the game. But
That's because I usually just have to strip mine a random Tomer land to send a
I was gonna
message,
say,
and then I don't have it for the good
audacity of
lands.
playing it through.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that Tomer plays a plains. Get that out of here.
we're just playing a
I get it.
budget deck. Destroy his basic plans.
all right.
Sakura.
Yeah, there it
Steve
is.
is on all of your
Yeah.
lists.
It's very good.
That's a
We're
lot of
green
Grimhar
players.
specs.
It's kind of
Do all of
interesting
these
to see
draw
all the dark
cards.
side.
No.
Sporefrog.
Why Spore Frog up here?
I honestly don't remember why I was playing Sporefrog. It must have been some sort of reanimation thing.
Oh, it was the Tayam? The Abzan?
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
Sporefrog there. I don't know about
yeah,
the
that
other
was one
ones.
of them.
Seth, you really don't interact.
These are all
I got my
cards
swords.
that are just self-recursion Dirtle. Just self-recursion Dirtle. All the way down. That's the brand. It's like,
Yeah.
I cast a spell, now let me get it out of my graveyard and cast
Do it again. Yeah. keep it going.
Yeah.
You have swords and blasphemous act as, and I guess onto inversion as your, and shatter skull smashing. Okay.
That was
okay.
a lot of onto
There's
inversion.
a
Half of those are
Within
lands.
there.
I don't know that he's ever actually cast any of
Seth
those.
really likes MDFCs.
I do, yes.
I agree with the
do.
MDFCs for the most part, so I'm there with you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Phyrexian
let's-
Arena.
let's know.
Wow.
Pretty
No
high up there.
Panharmonicon.
Almost
I
all
was
of
really
is
good
card
this
draw.
season.
Look at the
There's
There's no
Archive.
Panharmonicon though.
Card
Hedron
draw
Archive's on
lands.
the list, Tomer. What do you think about this?
Ooh,
Hedron
Hedron
Archive.
Archive.
It's at the bottom of artifacts.
Look,
It's
I tried
Tied
teaching
with Great
Seth. I
Hedge.
tried teaching Seth, but some people are out of. Some people are unteachable. I don't know.
You
I
played
don't-
Necropotence 3 times? I take those out of all my decks. That card is so broken.
I don't play Ristic
Okay,
Study
Ristic
enough though,
Study.
apparently.
Ristic Study is not Necropotence. You know that.
It's better. You don't lose life.
You don't skip
I
the
don't-
draw step.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, what a
Yeah,
drawback.
Necroponus is bad, actually. That's my hot take. No, it is.
Oh,
not.
okay.
Don't
Okay.
vote
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
vote
Okay.
I
Alright.
have a lot of fetches, but not a lot of things to fetch with them. No shock lands in there, any other dual lands.
Yeah,
Can't
you
fetch
don't have the
strip
Grixis mana base like Crim. When we play diverse colors, we can't we
lot of
can't pad our
Grixis.
stats.
Dude, that's so true though.
All right, it's okay. It's budget, Tomer,
Yep.
and the most fearsome deck of all, the budget deck, where he goes all out and destroys us.
And then promptly
Justified
lose game 2 because of it.
by a low budget. He's a red player.
This is about right. This is about right.
No one
Checks.
plays black. Black was
No
the
one plays
least
black,
popular
yeah.
for everyone but Crim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
but even in the
I-
Grixis hierarchy, it was like the least. No,
Yeah.
plays both
Was
blue.
it? I
then-
don't remember.
I don't really like
Maybe
reanimation
in the
strategies so much. I don't know.
It was more than white and green. That I know.
But
But like,
Decree of Pain. Tutors.
I think we've how many times have we
Damnation.
played the
Siphon
career pain
Mine.
this season? Like, I think if it was like season 1, we would have played it like in every single deck, and that
Yep.
would be like one of our most played cards. And like these days, I don't remember seeing a decree of pain.
'Cause
I
we don't
think
play
like
black.
I think Crim casted like one time, and that was it.
I'm holding it down. I guess.
Yeah.
Black is only for Notion Thief.
I
Opposition
think
agent.
also blue would have been higher, but Crim kind of has like a monopoly on blue, so I don't want to go too much blue. I think
have
blue
a
was higher
monopoly
for
on
me
blue?
before, but red sounds about right. I'm trying to be aggro, right? I'm trying to be aggro, and red is aggro.
What is the best aggro color?
I think red.
White? Green?
I think red.
I think it's just because you play Boros to assemble Caldra.
That's it.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
like, red has Perforos and Krenko and new Perforos And like Torbrand, like they have a ton of aggro cards that are pretty.
But you never
sweet.
play them. You never
But
play
I'm the
those
one that played
characters.
Torbrand. You just, I think, play Boros to get your equipment
That's
together.
true.
I think
But
it actually
still,
is
there's still
Caldra.
more. I played Red Edric one time, Subura. That's about it. I don't know.
All right, we'll figure it out. He's played a lot of Mono Red. Mono Red, is it Boros?
Ooh.
Green. It's kind of, yeah, it's definitely leading red. It's 5-color obviously because when we do jank weeks, you know, we all go 5-color for the access, and then yeah, it's red based.
I'm
Beyond
surprised
that-
you're only at 3 Boros decks.
Look, I only ran Cauldron twice, by the way, this season.
I think you played the most 4-color decks by far. You actually have one pretty high up there. Blacklist.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Twice even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only remember what those were.
All right.
Yes.
He is a responsible Magic player with Scavenger Grounds top his list.
That's
Here's
why
a
I'm not playing a
landscape.
lot of black decks. I would not run Scavenger Grounds in black decks because I want them in my graveyard.
Is
So-
Myriad Landscape still bugged? Can you get 2 different basic lands on both?
I think it's fixed now,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
It's
fixed it. But yeah, it's mostly budget stuff, right?
Dockside Extortionist doesn't
Except for
budget.
that, yeah. No. And Ancient Tomb.
Curse being on there. You love that more than anyone.
So-
No one else
it's
really
still
plays that. You play it
underrated.
all the time.
Yeah, I
It's
think
still
it's really
underrated.
good.
That's my hot take for the time. People understood that Insight's good. They've understood a lot of stuff that is good, and Hedron Archive is bad. Hot take, Curse of Opulence, still underplayed. You should play it. It's really good.
Hidden Archive's bad?
Dockside Extortionist, Burnished Heart. That's a lot of Burnished Hearts. Do we
But
like Burnished Heart?
just for
I
the
think it's-
budget.
Because he plays a lot of Boros decks and how it's.
I used to play it in a lot of my earlier decks, but then it's like so bad. It's like so much mana.
It's slow. It's 6
Yeah.
mana for an explosive. I mean, it's good. It's not bad, but I play a lot in budget decks. I wouldn't run it in non-budget decks.
How'd you get 2 slivers? Like, that's pretty
Weird.
high.
he keeps playing his anything tribal deck.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Right.
4 Runaway Steamkin. That's
Dockside
also a little
Extortion is
surprising.
my top one.
Yeah.
You're the main person running that then. You're
Faithless.
Tomer also
Looting
plays
Animals.
Planeswalkers. His Planeswalker list is pretty big.
Well,
Vivian.
Vivian Champion of the Wilds is just good. Having Flash, I play
Good in
anything
creature
that-
decks.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Because
I think
of
that
the-
card is great.
Yeah, you just like cast extra creatures and then you give them vigilance and reach, and they can defend your Vivian. I like her.
Yeah, the very few green decks I have, I play that. I play, like anything that gives all my stuff Flash. So
Red Elemental Blast is in this list.
It's got to
Pre-
be
Is that you
CDH.
give
Pre-gaming.
him reasons to kill him? To kill you? Like
No reason.
pre-gaming Tomer.
No
okay,
reason.
all right,
No reason
all
to put
right.
Red Elemental Blast in this play group. No reason at all.
You
I
are
can't believe actually pre-boarded. Okay.
I can't believe it's pre-boarded.
I think I put it.
Wow.
I definitely put it in Feather. I'm not sure what the other 2 decks were, but yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
CDH weeks, maybe.
probably.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
one, but
So Feather, CEDH, and that's it. It's fine.
Curse of Opulence, to no one's surprise. Even more than Land Tax. That's no one's surprise.
I love Land. I think Landtex is the best white card in the format.
So this means
My hot
you
take.
played Caldra 3 or less times this season?
Played it twice. Wow. Twice in like 27 episodes. Yep.
well, you really, yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
And the
No,
one time he
I'm-
played it, it got damned. I can see why he's
Not a
upset.
lot. Not a lot
Maybe
happened.
Maybe Tomer's finally realized it's bad.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't go
A
that
lot of
far. I would not go that far.
Well, the numbers say otherwise.
This list, Soul Guide Lantern? Really?
It's really good.
What is it even? Wait, it enters and exiles a creature?
Yeah.
And
it's
then-
graveyard hate.
No, it's graveyard hate. It's colorless
sack it?
graveyard
and it
hate.
exiles only your opponent's yards. When
Does
you
it
pop
cycle? Do you get
It's
a card?
one
when you sack
mana.
it?
It's
No,
one
you
mana.
can-
It enters the battlefield, exile target card in a graveyard. Then you can tap it to exile all opponents' graveyards, or you can cycle it and just draw a card. So it's fantastic. It's a great card. Highly recommend it.
So
It's also like over
responsible.
$1 as an uncommon.
What about
so-
Overflowing Chalice versus Skyclave Relic? Overflowing Chalice is colorless. Skyclave can be colored. Is that?
But Overflowing Chalice has the ability to scale even better into the late game because, I guess, yeah, like for 6 mana you get 3 colored sources, but I guess Overflowing Chalice, you can go up to however much you want.
Isn't it the same?
increments.
Is it the kicker multi-kicker 2 for a single
Yeah,
mana?
but
It's the
Chalice,
same for
Chalice
both,
can,
right?
you can play Chalice for 2. You can play turn 2 and have basically essentially like a Mind Stone or whatever. That's
Yeah.
what makes Overflowing Chalice so good because it
Gotcha.
is a 2-mana rock, which can scale up. Skyclave Relic is also really good, but I think Chalice is better.
What about Hedron Archive though, Tomer? If you kick it twice, it's 4 mana, make 2 mana. Hedron Archive's the same, and it can draw you cards. I don't get it. I really don't.
I bet you underneath that Explorer scope is the archive.
I should have doctored this data.
Why
I
don't
should have
just play
put Hedron Archive.
Dreamstone Hedron? It's like 3 Mind Stones. How about that? Wow, and then you
You're
crack it for a
right.
stupid amount of mana to draw 3 cards. Oh, it's so good.
You're right. Oh
Why
my
don't you
gosh,
should.
Tomer.
You should be
are
playing it.
speaking to me right now, Tomer.
All right, last player. We cannot forget Moto. Quality software, Magic Online, the new Magic Arena. I've heard. We've had 12 Moto fails this season.
Wow, that's almost
4
half the games.
4 game-ending technical difficulties. So a Moto fail could be like a rules problem. Like, for example, when I couldn't use my Kobold to block, or what was it? Like, we
What
couldn't-
about the random appearing split spell in Chaos Week that you killed me with?
Yeah,
that
that's a
just
Moto fail.
Just
Oh,
showed
yeah.
up
We're
Technical
not- we're not
difficulty
supposed to cast
is
that
like
spell,
the
but it
game
was
breaks and loops.
Yeah, the Covet Jewel not working.
Yeah, Coveted Jewel not working with the Kobold, the random
Wait,
rules. Things
Richard's
that don't
the one
work.
that brings all these cards. Is that contributing to your win rate?
No, Moto was broken out. Remember, Moto had 3 wins.
Okay, sure. But 4 of these game-ending technical difficulties, Richard. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Is that good or bad? Do you think? Because we had
Bad.
what,
Bad.
we had almost 40 games counting our dual game week, so that's like 10% of the time the game
yeah.
ends with Moto. Like, I don't know.
That's still
Should
bad.
be 0,
Imagine
I
if
guess.
That sounds
Arena
bad.
screwed up that many
So,
times.
so the question is, if we played in paper, would we have more game punts than Moto fails? I'd probably say yes. Where we like do the rules
game
wrong,
punts.
or we count wrong, or we do damage wrong. We'd probably screw up more than Moto does.
I think you're probably
So in
Yeah,
that
I agree
sense,
with that.
I
I
would
agree with
say it's better, but at the same time, it's 2021. I don't know why the software doesn't work.
And-
so that is bad.
we would be unlikely to have any game-ending technical difficulties too. Like that wouldn't
Right,
ever happen
right,
at paper.
right.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
It would also
Crim's
be like
internet goes
Chaos
out.
Week would not be able to do on paper. I don't think you can do that.
We
that-
could.
or like
Okay.
Sliver
could.
Week or
Sliver
something.
Week, you cannot.
No.
You
You
could,
can
but
do
it
Sliver
would
Week.
be
It would just
very
take you
difficult
20
and it would
minutes
still
to
be
calculate
incorrect.
combat every time.
Well, easy. If you want to do Sliver Week, you just have a huge like whiteboard and you just write everything on there, and then you point at everything.
I think even if we had brought in judges, each like a team of judges, they'd still get something wrong in the game.
we each get a judge to like stand over our shoulder in our individual
do I have?
houses.
You know what I mean?
What do I, oh, okay. What do I have? I don't have that. Why don't I have that?
There's a phase. What is
Oh, that's because
banding?
it's not
Explain.
symmetrical. That one. Okay.
All right, and of course, we had lots of memorable moments this season. Some random ones we picked out. Gonti nabs Caldra the one of 2 times he actually plays Caldra. And if you remember this, he sent a fake deck list to us, right? Like, we sent deck lists out to check power level, and he sent us a fake deck list without Caldra. And then he pulls out the Caldra and it gets Gonti.
That was really good.
It was like it's the greatest part too because it was you already won. You had 1 piece, right, Tomer? So that means there are 2 pieces left in your deck.
I had 1 piece on the battlefield and 1 in my
Yeah.
hand. There was literally 1 piece in my library left, and you hit the top 4 cards and you found it. 1 piece out of 4. 4 shots.
But Tomer got his revenge. He Caldra World Slayered us.
I think Cauldron World Slayer, Pure Steel Paladin World Slayer.
No,
dude.
help,
And we've
but
done it
Shield of
again.
Cauldra?
Yeah,
Shield of Cauldra.
Oh yeah, Shield of Cauldra did enable
Yeah.
that. So
Yep.
so at least there was a revenge.
We had Crim blind flipping counterbalances on Gavin.
I think it was
I
like
believe
in a
4
row.
times.
Yeah.
4 times in that
that
game.
was so
Just
good.
the blind
Hey,
flip.
welcome, Gavin. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Every
Gavin's
single
never
time it
coming
happened,
back.
Gavin's like spirit just like got crushed a little bit more, and he's like, "Why did I join?"
In
Why did I
Strixhaven,
come
there's
here?
gonna be like counterbalance hate. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
It was
Why is this
scheduled
here?
for another showing up, and then he's just like, "Oh, whoa."
He
change
still
of plan.
won, by the way.
He did.
I got lit up, but like he still won.
He
That's
did
the
take
one
like
thing.
3 extra turns or whatever.
We're gonna get a
Nonsense.
destroy target Crim card in the next couple years after that game.
Destroy
Literally
target
removed.
counterbalance, split second.
And then there's the game where who was comboing off? Tomer was comboing off, and he had like a consuming aberration that was like gigantic
No,
and
it was
hexproof.
Psychosis Crawler.
Yeah, something like that. And then Crim's just like, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna troll you before I die.
I think
Doesn't know what the
everything
card even
froze.
does. Cast it and actually stops Tomer distracts. It
kills-
sacrifices.
Yeah, it
the
makes me
largest creature.
sacrifice the card that was winning the game for me.
Yep.
Also, I did look at the comment section. They were like, you could just cast, Thassa's Oracle on that turn and win the game instead. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
Whatever.
I'm surprised. Also, one of the lists that didn't make it, or one of the things on this list that didn't make it, was playing Sliver Week and actually cascading perfectly into Shield of Cultra. And then being exposed for having it, and also because there was whatever the sliver, where whenever a sliver enters the battlefield, you have to destroy an artifact or enchantment. But luckily, Shield of Cauldron prevents that. That was great.
We had a lot of good moments. Let us know, viewers, what other favorite moments you have from Commander Clash this season, and then maybe we'll do a little highlight or something. How many of these moments will be Tomer getting dunked on? I don't know. We'll see.
or Gavin.
And
Seeing
before
this
we go,
pattern here.
random stats here. So, Crim, most counterbalance blind flips in a game? 4. I cast 1 Armageddon this season.
Wow.
1 Armageddon. Just only 1.
Wait, does
Remember
that count the webcam one?
That is the webcam one. That is the
Okay.
only successful cast of Armageddon. And the editor even told me there were several games where I had like an Obliterate or a Jogglehop something in hand, and I chose not to cast it because I'm
Wow.
such
What a
an
saint.
upstanding citizen.
What a pal. Thanks, Richard.
What a pal. I know,
Putting
right?
putting the cards in his deck, fine. Not casting them though. Really good.
No, the best was the season with Vince. Like he would play Winter Orb and stuff like that, and like the whole table would like dunk on him for playing all his hate cards. And I'm sitting there with
Yeah.
all those cards in my hand, and I'm like,
it's like, oh
you
yeah.
see, Vince, you cast them too early. You just hold them. If no one sees them, no one can give you flack for it. And then,
Richard is literally
That
the
is the
player at
Richard
the end
way.
of every game. I still had all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
I
low
have a lot of Armageddons in
profile.
my decks. You guys just don't realize because I don't cast them.
Low profile, just holds onto his cards, left alone.
Yeah.
Just reaps the victories.
You wait till Crim is tapped out and he's already used 2 of his free counter spells, then you Armageddon.
2 of his 3 counter spells on me.
Like tapped out is not enough anymore. There's at least like 5 free blue counter spells, right? You got to make sure he's used some of them up.
This is true.
I love Tomer's stat.
Wait. We
Rub it
can't
in.
skip Seth though.
Rub it
Seth
in.
Oh, yeah.
paid for 2 Ristic studies. Confirmed, at least 2 Ristic studies was paid for.
I feel a little bad about that. Although I guess when you consider how many Ristic studies were played, paying for 2, it was bound to happen sooner or later. You guys guilt me into it eventually. Like
Good.
Tomer just kind of nags about Ristic study, and then eventually I'm like, all right, whatever. Yes, I'll pay this time. But now I feel next season it's not happening, Tomer. Get used to it.
Because it's gonna be
Done.
banned.
0. That's gonna be a 0 when we
It's
do this
gonna be
after next
banned.
season.
It's getting out. It's out.
And then Tomer has assembled Kaldra 0 times this season. He did kill us
Surprise.
with a Kaldra piece. He did kill us with the Shield of Kaldra World Slayer. But you know that like 4/4 indestructible token or whatever the heck happens when you actually assemble this crazy combo? Never got us. Never-
got us as
never
bad.
came.
It's bad.
Not once. I tried 2
it's
times.
bad.
That was it.
It costs 5 to equip some of these
You don't
things.
pay for the equipment. You have Pure Steel Paladin to do that, or
Oh,
Artisan.
fine.
Just play
really
Rogat
good.
and Kaldra. It'll solve all your problems.
Just give it a shot. It's really good.
All right, and that brings us to the end of this season. All of our stats. What do you guys think? Any stats stand out to you guys? Anything surprising or you didn't expect, or was everything pretty much what you thought it would be? Am I
I'm
dying?
really surprised that Seth casted his commander more than I did. That was just like, oh, that hit me here in the soul.
I feel we need to normalize it by turns you can cast, because I feel like Crim is already dead or does not have the mana to cast his commander.
I'm just like, and I'm also happy. Like I'm surprised about that. And I'm surprised by like how much combat Seth has done.
I'm the aggro player.
Oh, we're not.
Oh no! I never said that.
Not
I just
even
said
that
that.
far.
We missed the moment with Jared and Seth with like, oh, I'm gonna be the aggro player this week. He
Literally
never
doesn't attack a single time.
I needed the monarchy. For me, the most surprising thing was a lot of the cards that we're kind of associated with don't actually show up as much as I thought. Like, I'm kind of shocked there was no Panharmonicon for me. Counterbalance was not actually in like 10 or 15 of Crim's decks. Caldera was only played twice. So I don't know. I would have expected those numbers to be much, much higher. So I'm kind of surprised. I don't know why it feels like we're doing those things all the time when in reality we're not doing them that often at all.
We do mention it like every game. That probably contributes to it, where we're like, oh, it's going to be counterbalance, and it's not counterbalance, but...
And that's probably true, because I always think Crim has it, or you probably think I have Panharmonicon or whatever, but sometimes we don't.
I actually don't think I've seen you really play Panharmonicon though. In most of Commander Clash, I don't think I actually see you play it a ton. Like not just this season.
Previous seasons were just like Panharmonicon marathons, but
maybe before me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when I started playing with y'all, like I think I've only seen Panharmonicon maybe like 2 times.
I try to pick my spots more because I just love the Dirtly Panharmonicon deck. So if I am not aware of it, it's easy for me to just like do that every other week for a whole season because I find it fun. So I've been intentionally trying not to do that.
But in a way, you still do it because though Panharmonicon technically is not in your deck, you build decks that are Panharmonicon. Like
you all were not supposed to realize that.
I didn't even have
on in
Panharmonicon. But everything has Cloud Blazer and triggers ETBs twice anyways.
I was surprised at the lack of black at the table, which was... I didn't really realize that. I knew personally I don't play that much black, but I don't think there were a lot of black-based aggro decks that I was really looking forward to. So, yeah, I was running a lot of like black hate with Scavenger Crowns and Soul Guy Lantern. I was just sticking to red, but I thought
you're telling me not to play Graveyard Hate anymore. We don't need it.
Honestly,
yeah,
like,
no more Graveyard Hate for me. Go wild.
Just wait till next season when I play Tigrid or whatever, like every episode.
Oh no.
Every episode.
Oh, it's just gonna be worse.
I was
And
actually
Smokestack.
surprised how much red was played. I didn't realize red was that popular of a color, and I didn't realize like that much Dockside Extortionist was happening.
I do think it's inflated though, because you have to remember I played how many Grixis decks? Red is in.
You always play Dockside in the
Well, Dockside was my highest played creature.
I don't play that. So, but I mean, I know that it looks like red's probably significantly higher because you all play it. Tomer definitely plays it, and then I also play it in mostly my blue black splash red decks.
I think that gives me hope for white because wasn't it like red roughly where white was a few years ago, and now all of a sudden red is the color we're playing most. So.
Red's been good for like 6 years.
But
Before that,
the
wasn't
way-
red and white like the
Wild.
2 worst colors though? Before that,
But
Yeah,
red is
yeah.
good, quite deceptively. Just it's
Is red
it's,
good though?
It is. Red is a very good color in Commander. It just
Like, okay,
what it does
you have
isn't
Dockside.
like yeah.
If you
But
don't
have
play
Vandal
Wheel of
Blast,
Fortune, like what is like the next card?
well,
That's like
Blasphemous Act. Everybody plays that.
yeah,
Right? If you have
sure.
red, you can count on that. And then you think about like Vandal Blast and all the like good artifact destruction stuff that just comes in with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff with red. So, and then that's not counting like the hybrid stuff, like the Rakdos Charms or whatever.
Yeah.
And things like that. So, and like you have gambles and there's a lot in red. So I think that red is just doesn't do anything crazy flashy, or it doesn't look like it up front when you read it on paper. It doesn't look amazing, but it actually is a lot better than everyone gives it credit for.
Yeah, Dockside's like its flashiest thing, but like,
Yeah.
if you need card draw, you have ever increasing number of wheels, but then you have also all this insane impulse draw, which is like the Molten Giant or whatever, where it's like you get to play the top cards of your library until your end of your next turn, and that's kind of
Yes.
like insane.
Stolen strategy, you know, you have like all of that too.
Yeah, I like the Torbrands and the Fire Emancipations and all that stuff. Like, they're just overall very good. It's like,
It's balanced though. That's the funny thing. Check this out. It's balanced. I think red is balanced.
I think it is too. It has. I think Dockside Extortionist was a mistake, but for the rest of it, it's fine. It's good. Well done. White just did not have that crazy stuff. Like Smothering Tithe is really good. Land Tax is really good. But like overall,
Mangara's good, right? I would say
Mangara's
Mangara's good.
fine.
Cartographers.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Cartographer's Hawk. I love that card. Man, I love that
only,
card.
Only in the Vika, I think. That's about it.
Yeah, we never played it. We never played it.
Not Obika. God Eternal.
Ketra?
Ketra, that's one. Wow, that one's good. But yeah,
I played.
one's
I mean,
kinda
Cartographer Hawk. It's in my Inyas, but yeah.
terrible.
All right, so that brings us to the conclusion of Season 9 of Commander Clash. We are going to be back with Kaldheim in February with a new season of Commander Clash. And
Yeah.
you will see us. It'll be us four, the same crew, but we will have a new ban list and a slightly different format. So be sure to check back in February. We'll see if Dockside Extortionist makes it through to the next season. The numbers are not looking good for Dockside Extortionist.
Or
But
certain
yeah,
enchantments.
be sure to check us out.
Excuse
we'll be
me?
playing Kaldheim. Kaldheim. Vikings. It's Seth
Metal.
set.
It's metal.
Metal.
So yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the dingle dangle algorithm,
Yep.
leave a comment. I don't know
Yeah.
what else Tober says.
You got it.
Sounds like-
Nailed
Pretty
it.
good.
And-
Yeah.
Until then, see ya.
Oh, it's
Until next time, see ya. Oh, Tomer, what does it do it?
Until next time, friends. See ya. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, help us out by clicking the like button down below. And to keep up with the latest and greatest, make sure to click the subscribe button. And if you want to watch similar videos, click on the links appearing on screen right now.